Hey, Foop. Hey, Ghoul Titties. Hi, PK. Hey, Graham. Hi, Missy Moo. Sticka. Jen. Julia. I'm okay, Ghoul. Hey, Brooke. I'm okay, Titties, thanks. Hey, Gunner. I just ate, so I'm not hungry now. And I've got water, so I'm not thirsty. Hey, Mallory. Hey, Cece. Corn on the cob. Had corn on the cob for dinner, PK. Hey, Vegas doll. Yeah, Chantel just, Hey, Josie. Chantel cooked me up a little bit of corn on the cob. What'd I do today? Absolutely nothing, Julia. Hey, Marcia. Hey, Danzig. Foop, not really now. Uh, Funko Pops, honestly, I'm not. I don't really care about Funko Pops, to be honest. Hey, Laura. I got an 80s punk storm Funko. I got a Ms. Marvel Funko. I got all the ones I need. Hey, Harlem. Hey, Marie. Hey, Young. Hey, Beverly. Honestly, the only reason I have any Funko Pops, my brother would pick one up for me for like birthdays and Christmas in order to put like a comic book shop fantasy realm gift certificate in. It's on the queue for today. Absolutely nothing. Hey, Jim. Funkos seem more like they collect dust in space. Pretty much. Hey, Brie. Uh, yeah, we broil. We just toss it in a pot, broil it, and yeah, we put butter. My brother is older than I am. Hey, Glenn. Nice to have a day off work, cool titties. Lucky you. Poster maniac. I've got some art prints, and I wouldn't mind getting more art prints. Hey, Strawberry. Is that Ottawa Comic Con? I need to refresh myself on who's going to be at Ottawa Comic Con. See if there's any. I think there's a couple artists there that I wouldn't mind getting some art from. I know Marco Rudy's going to be there. He's cool. Hey, Ken Lashley. Ken Lashley's going to be there. He's pretty cool. He's a good artist. I do like his work, his style. Gail Simone. Julie, I was in bed when she left. I was still in bed when she left. What's temperature today? Not too bad, actually. It's right now it's 16 Celsius, so it's actually not too bad. Hey, Amy. Am I feeling myself? Same as usual. Yeah, Gail fucking Simone at Ottawa Comic Con. That's pretty awesome. Uh, who are the other artists? Giselle Lagasse. Or Lagasse? Lagasse? Giselle Lagasse? Hey, Robert. She's got a really good Archie style. And Julie, I'm pretty sure she's going into. I'm pretty sure it's probably just screening out. No, it's her medication. She's still adjusting to her medication, I think, Julie. Jeff Isherwood, who is pretty cool. Marco Rudy, I really like his style. Tom Fowler's done some pretty good. Is a pretty good artist. So, a couple of artists that I do really like. Plus, you know, hey, Grep, Denise Crosby, Carrie Elwes, Dave Foley, Maurice LaMarche, and Rob Paulson, Pinky and the Brain, Christina Chong. So there, Lou Ferrigno. There's going to be a few people at Ottawa Comic Con that I really dig. Julie, it's still not going. Hey, Icky. When is Comic Con? September? I already forgot. September 9th to 11th. Oh, snap. That's just not this coming weekend, but the weekend after. Week and a half. The original Hulk. Icky, I am. It is growing back in, Icky. It is slowly growing back in. Hey, Maddie. Hello to Mick. Uh, I probably should, Julie. Am I going to shave it off again? At some point, I imagine I will, Icky, but not totally sure when. Hey, Magda. Brie, I am not experimenting with makeup. Hey, yeah. Another shopping trip? No idea when that'll be happening, Rose. Probably not for a while. I do not, Julie. Moxie, I will at some point. Alicia, it's still going slowly. Kate just went to Comic Con in Texas a couple weeks ago. Cool. It was also a car show. Okay. I'm sure Dandy's just busy. When I was in school, did I learn and still use both the metric? Uh, shit, did we? I mean, we would have used metric. Um, yeah, I mean, we used metric. I don't think we. No, I don't think we ever really bothered learning the imperial system. Oh, yeah, I'm sure Chibi will be by. I did not ban Dandy yet. The metric system is the superior system, Jamie, because it's a system that makes fucking sense. Fair enough, titties. Andy has ban immunity. Yeah, I keep trying and it just keeps rejecting it. Kidding. But no, metric is definitely the superior system. It's so much easier. It just makes sense, you know? $10 millimeters to a centimeter, 10 centimeters to no, 100 millimeters to, yeah, 10 centimeters to a millimeter, or 10 millimeters to a centimeter, 100 centimeters to a meter, 12 inches to a foot. What the hell is an inch? The hell is a foot? All right. Good night, Foop. Thanks, NS. Yeah, I definitely need to get back to the cooking videos. It's hey Harlan, hey Jimmy, corn. It was good. I like corn. The devil's love. It's legal in Canada, Icky, so I don't care. What would I like to cook next? Not sure. Need to think about that. Biscotti. I don't, Danzig. I don't do any weed. Not, just don't enjoy it. Lasagna? Probably not for a while. Eggplant? Meh. Eh. Eh. I'll pass, Amy. Make a steak by myself? Maybe. Whatever, Melissa. Never been to Ireland now. Scotland, but not Ireland. Wouldn't mind visiting Ireland. It seems like a lovely country. We need to get a walk. Wouldn't mind doing some walking. Fish and chips? Pepperoni rolls? Corn going in, corn going out. Yep. Comes out the same shape. Even if, and that's the wild thing about corn. Even if you didn't eat it on the cob, it comes out that way. Whatever, Julia. Hey, feeder. Poop confetti. Look at Chippy had a nice item called the full cholesterol. Day old cow fat frying up my fish and chips. Extra mayo, extra vinegar. Sounds good. Jimmy, I am going to choose to believe that it represents people ordering out a lot. I'm going to choose to, yeah, that's, I'm going to choose to believe that it's not a racial thing. That is just because COVID had people ordering out a lot. Do I like sushi? I do not. Exactly, Danzig. Most important accessory to finish off an outfit? Um, I don't know. Depends on the outfit, probably. Where's Dave Watson? I don't know. Fast food habit is hard to break. It is. Never could eat raw fish. Yeah, I don't even like. I'm not a fan of fish. Like I don't really enjoy seafood. So sushi, it's just not for me. Watch always for all genders. Wouldn't mind getting myself another watch, but in the meantime, I'm fine with my wristband. Gained so much weight during the height of COVID. Yeah, X used to hate me eating sushi at random. Icky. I don't think there's any crickets now. I think Chantal might have been wrestling a bag, maybe, or a cat was wrestling a bag, maybe. Yeah, I don't know why Donald Chantal belongs in the WWE. I don't think so. I don't think that would be for her. Hey, shut up, Anne. Oh, sorry. No, I said it was 16. No, I said it was 16 degrees, not 60. So I was going by Celsius as well. WWF or WCW. Um, Back at the time that I was watching wrestling, I think I generally liked WCW more because it was uh the NWO era. I mean, the NWO, they were cool. Yeah. Sting. The Sting I never cared about. And I mean, sometimes. Like it's one of those things. I think a lot of time we do usually use pounds actually for weight. Like I'm 200 pounds, give or take a few. Hey, Stanley. And actually, in addition to NWO, uh, not that much going on, Stanley. Not that much backlash. Anyway, in addition to the NWO, WCW back then also had Jericho, Chris Jericho, who has always been amazing. Um, it had Raven Swock, which were funny. Hey, Dre. Raven. Yep. I did, Dre. Thank you. The thing is, while I'm pretty sure I enjoyed WCW more at the time, I think the matches I tend to remember were mostly WWE. Like, I don't really remember much from many of the matches from WCW. But bet your ass, you bet your ass I remember Undertaker versus Mankind cage match. Yeah, Goose Track. It's a bit weird. Stanlin, sort of, but I think I was absolutely Robert. WCW versus NWO. Oh man, I loved that one. Loved that game. What happened here? I just had some corn on the cob. Yeah, I don't remember if I was still watching wrestling at the time of the merger. I also remember I remember Edge's very first match. I do not draw. Yeah, I remember Edge's very first match. It didn't last long because he like jumped over the ring and like did one of those things, jump out of the ring and kick guy in the head. But something got messed up and he actually hurt the guy. So like, the match lasted like whoop boom, and that was the match. Edge jumping out of the match was bad. Was it? Yes, dead naming is bad, Donald. So like that, I remember that just because of how damn quick it was. Um, Chris Benoit tragedy. Yeah. I remember the Owen Hart tragedy. I was watching that pay per view. Yeah, it's a shitty thing to do, Donald. But yeah, it's like I was watching that pay per view and just like it just sort of at one point, yeah, I remember it just sort of like cut out. Hey, Ymir. Not yet at us. I haven't really, I haven't decided yet. Hey, Ninja. Exactly, Harlan. Yeah, it blacked out. I'm like, what? What's going on? What's going on? I don't know, Donald. I don't know anything about that. About Josh Moon. I don't know anything about that person. I don't give a shit. Ymir, you didn't miss anything. No, I want to identify as one studio. I want to actually be a woman. I have not heard anything about that, Jimmy. I haven't paid attention to wrestling in like almost 20 years. I don't know the context. Like I don't know what the situation is, Donald. I didn't know John. I didn't even know Josh had a different name. If people are dead naming him, they shouldn't. Dead naming is wrong even when the person is an asshole. But I'm not interested in Vince being accused of inappropriate sexual contact. What a shock that is, Stanlin. Who would have thought that Vince McMahon would commit inappropriate sexual conduct? Who would ever expect that of Vince fucking McMahon? least surprising thing I have ever heard about Vince McMahon. In all, like, seriously, just of course he sexually harassed women. No shit that he did. He made it part of his fucking character at times. Of course they are, studio. Vince, nice bullshit, Vince. You're a fucking steroid junkie, Vince. Like, oh, I don't take any steroids. Sure you don't, Vinny. Sure you don't. Fuck off. Hey, hubris, just fucking own up to it. Vince McMahon does steroids, and he pushes steroids on all his on other wrestlers. Like, there is not a single shred of doubt in my mind that he's taken steroids for decades, and that he has pushed steroids on other wrestlers. What's wrong with steroids? I mean, they can be pretty dangerous, bariatric. Do I watch? I don't. NS. I don't. I haven't watched wrestling in 20 years. Yeah, it's just lives me head and toilet because this is a live. You get it? Yeah, studio. That's so fucked up. Like, it is so weird that the Batgirl movie gets fucking shelved, gets hidden away. Meanwhile, Ezra Miller is a one-person crime spree. Like, Ezra Miller is a one-person crime spree, and their movie is still happening. Like, how the fuck? Like, in all honesty, a movie about Ezra Miller is going to be way more interesting than The Flash could ever be. Like, that's the movie I want to see. A biopic about Ezra Miller just being fucking weird, fucking wild, going on this, like, do I like DC? Not something I've ever really paid. I haven't paid much attention to it since last time I read DC was very shortly after Superman came back from the dead back in the 90s. Rough edit of Batgirl. Yeah, they should. I don't know why they can't release Batgirl. Like, it's so ridiculous to me. They made the movie. The movie is complete. It's ready for release. DC is unreadable. I'm sure there's a ton of amazing stuff going on at DC, frankly. But I made my choice back in the 90s. Hey, Alexis, I made a choice back in the 90s to follow just one. Hey, and Toilet Bowl. Pride was good. Picks no, but there is an entire video of Toilet Bowl. Deceased is real fun. Hey, Alexis. So it's just release Batgirl. There is absolutely no way that it's going to be worse than the Flash, and yet they're full on behind still releasing the Flash. What did we do at the primary? Nothing much, Alexis. We just watched. We watched the parade. 90 million. Yeah. She-Hulk. If I was still watching Marvel stuff, then I would watch She-Hulk. I've heard good things. I've actually heard good things about She-Hulk. Like, I've heard that it actually is like a really fun show. Leon, apparently not quite that. Um, Apparently what happened, it's not that they deleted it, it's that they locked it. Like, the directors don't have access to it. She-Hulk wasn't as bad as I thought. It was cute. Yeah, that's cool. Silver Age shoes. Because I am boycotting Disney. I'm not comfortable supporting Disney. So, hey, Killface. A good DCU movie. I don't know. I mean, I've never watched the Suicide Squad, but I liked Birds of Prey. Silver Age Super. Oh, yeah, Silver Age Superman was pretty weird at times. Tatiana Maslany is an amazing actress. I mean, I've heard. Stanley? Not Israel, Disney. I'm boycotting Disney. Not planning to, Jen. Do I like horror? I do not. You went to Disney with your cousin 2 days ago? Cool. Disney stuff I got. I don't know. It's just honestly, it's not even anything new from Disney that bothers me. It's just Disney's whole business practice for decades, and like it's I don't know. It's just they pull a lot of bullshit. Disney pulls a lot of bullshit. I found Birds of Prey just to be fun. Suicide Squad continued Harley from Birds of Prey. I think I've heard that. I have not seen Orphan Black now. Disney legislating a 95-year copyright law. Yeah. Like there's so much shit that really should be in the public domain, but it's not. Because of Disney and Warner. The Suicide Squad stuff. Yeah. Yeah, the original Suicide. Yeah, I heard that the first Suicide Squad was pretty crap. The Suicide Squad was fun. That's what I've heard. I've never watched either of them. No real interest, honestly, in watching either of them. No plans to get around to it anytime soon. He killed Pete Davidson in 5 minutes. Rings of Power. I will not, Donald. They killed Nathan Fillion too. Mickey Mouse is almost in the public domain, which is what Disney really does not want. I think Steamboat Willie, I think, is going to be entering the public domain very, very soon. Rings of Power looks like overproduced Amazon garbage. Yeah, that sounds. I can believe it. I still haven't watched the second or third Hobbit movies. I don't know. Head and Toilet Bowl. I want to. Lots of Mr. Coffee. I have none. Yeah, I don't know. I want to. I want to get a chance to talk to a doctor about hormones first to see how long that'll take. What's in the upcoming horror movie? Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Seems fine. Seems like it'll be fun, I guess. Don't watch Peter Jackson Hobbit movies, they suck. That's what I've heard. I watched the first one and it was hey VVK. Uh right now I'm still going by he him. It's in the future I will start. Hey Jesse. In the future I'll start sitting through a start looking to be woman. Thanks, Keely. No, I could sit through the Hobbit movies. Yeah, like I said, I watched the first one and I was like, yeah, 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 yeah. NS? Yeah, we'll see. Any concerns for my health taking hormones? Nope. The thing is, Hubers, he wanted to stop after the first three. Like, he didn't even want to do The Hobbit. It's just the person they got to do The Hobbit, they decided to drop, and they pretty much forced Peter Jackson into doing The Hobbit. No, Jamie, because I'm not attracted to men. I'm not attracted to men, including trans men. And that's pretty much the goal, Crunchy. I think so, Julia. Bubble tea. I mean, it's that. It's not genitalia I'm attracted to. I'm attracted to women. That includes trans women. And I'm not attracted to trans men, even if they haven't had surgery. I don't think we'll end up dating again. Toilet bowl. That's nonsense, Kayla. Honestly, Kayla, like, okay, so you know what leaves room for predators? The fact that predators can already just walk right into a women's restroom if they feel like it. Hey, Tango. Like, honestly, it's not like there's actually like there's no force field that stops men from just walking into a women's restaurant. They already do, and they've done it for decades. It's they can already do it. Meanwhile, what trans women want uh, is to be able to piss. Trans women just want to go in and take and piss in peace. That's all they want. Zero life, entirely possible. I'm not on any medication right now. Zero life. Exact, and yeah, cringy. Trans women have been using uh, restrooms for decades, and yes, women are capable of committing assault as well. I've heard that NS. I've heard of people doing that, like long lines outside the women's restroom, so women end up using the men's restroom. Most of the schools near me have gender-neutral bathrooms. The unisex bathrooms must be SL1. A little bit more complicated than that, Miranda. It means identifying as a gender other than the one they were assigned at birth. Meanwhile, all the panic about trans women and trans women using women's restrooms. Fun fact: there have been more cis women uh, harassed because of the paranoia about it than trans women who have been. Like, seriously, like cis women get fucking harassed for trying to use the women's restroom because they don't look woman enough. Like that's the wild thing. Like there will be cis women. There have been cis women who've actually been harassed because they didn't because some transphobic dickwad thought that she didn't look enough like a woman. Yeah, trans men being forced into that is also a thing, Stanley. By the logic of the transphobes, trans men should be using women's restrooms, meaning they actually want to force men into women's restrooms. Because yeah, that's gonna prevent predators. Hey, ravishing. So yeah, the bathroom panic, it's nonsense. It's bullshit. It's pure and simple transphobia. It's just a straight up hatred of trans people, a desire to make it harder for trans people to exist in public. That's all it is. They want to make it harder for trans people to exist in public. Minimum. Hey, Sasha. Yes, I am. I'm trans. Sham. I'm not interested in makeup. I don't like the way makeup feels. So, I mean, the thing is, Toilet Bowl, they were like, there's nothing that men were doing it anyway. Like, men have always done it. Hey, Tango Moonstar. Mwah. M2F Seshat. Hey, Smokey. I am looking to be a woman. Blue boy. Uh, well, that's Miles Morales. That is Sailor Mercury. No, W. I'm not a crossdresser. Smokey. Yeah, I bought a dress last week. Never heard of so. Oh, probably. Then I guess you haven't really watched Sailor Moon. Then Stanley. Smokey. I posted a picture of me on my Twitter. All right, Jamie. I will bear that in mind. I don't know, Julia. I'm not sure. Your mom banned you from watching Sailor Moon? Weird. I don't know, Jimmy. I don't know. Thanks, Grinchy. I love me some Dazzler. She's the best. Donald. Yeah, people want kiwi farms taken down because it's a site that's dedicated to harassment. It's just a straight up harassment site. The Mojo stereotype is cool. Mojo's always fun. Usually. Mojo's almost always fun. We'll see, Killface. Hey, Nitty. Did Longshot die? Maybe once or twice. I did not buy. I didn't buy any new shoes, Smokey. Studio Girl. One thing I would point out, Studio Girl. Women's bathrooms are partitioned. They're not. It's not urinals. There's a fucking wall. Like they're different stalls. So like, what does it fucking matter? Like that's me needs sometimes a little bit. I'm old. Like it's just that's the thing that sometimes gets me. Open female pissing booths would be hilarious. Like it leaves room forward. Weirdos have always gone in though, Kayla. There's no bathroom police checking IDs. It's somebody will go in if they feel like it. Where did diapers get changed? Thanks, Senor. Which is fair, Kayla. Nice tase is always good for dealing with assaulters. As you know, I mean, I'm kind of in favor of self-defense. Like, as much force is required to defend yourself. Rows of women all hunched over bowls in a row chatting. Yep. And I don't even know. Hey, Laura. Just beside your car. Just like Chantal. Just do like Chantal and piss on the side of the road. Stanley? Oh, she's done it a bunch of times. She's done it a lot. She enjoys it. Like, she actually likes doing that. Where did I gain all of my knowledge? Eh. Reading shit. Isn't that legal? I couldn't tell you, Stanley. Yeah, she likes it. bullshit, Donald. Like, it's just fuck off with that shit. Want married, gay, trans couples to protect their pot plants with guns. It is not smoky. Oh, she absolutely has. She's definitely pooped on the side of the road too. Smoky, never Ramona. Ramona was like a character, a name for a skit. Which superhero pajamas would I wear? I don't know. I guess Ms. Marvel, I guess. Thanks, VK. I have not Studio Girl, luckily. She keeps toilet paper in the car. She keeps some spare toilet paper in the trunk. Stanlin. Take a Moonstar? Not in a long time. I think so, Julie. I think I heard about one. I think I heard about her. No, I'm saying the doxing is bullshit, Donald. Like, I'm saying the fact that they're like using a fucking doorknob to find out where she is. It's like, fuck off. No, Jimmy. Exactly, VK. My mistake, Julie. Thanks, cringy. Yeah, I mean, killing her is kind of the point, Jamie. Like, they do want her dead. Like, the fact that, like, she got swatted. Swatting is attempted murder. There's no other way, like, there's no way around that. Swatting someone is straight up attempted murder. I don't know, Tango Moonstar. Oh no, swatting is not a prank. No. Because it is incredibly dangerous. Someone can absolutely be murdered. Like, someone can absolutely be killed in a swatting. Like, ordering food to somebody's place, that's a prank. Ordering a fucking SWAT team to somebody's place, that is attempted murder. Thanks, Love Light. Bullshit, Senior. Even if you have nothing in your hands, it is absolutely possible. It is absolutely possible to end up dead from that. Also, like, why the fuck are we expecting regular ass people to know how to react to somebody slamming their door in? Like, why the fuck are we expecting people to know exactly how to perfectly react to somebody fucking slamming in their door? Like, are you fucking kidding me, senor? Are you a fucking asshole? Like, you're fucking defending swatting. You're fucking, you know what? Nah, fuck that. You're honestly, you're defending swatting. Fuck you. Oh yeah, because we absolutely believe what the police say, Donald. It's not like the police are known to lie. We know the police are always completely and totally honest about what happens. Police just never, ever, ever make shit, never lie to make themselves look better. Absolutely, that doesn't happen. Police are always straight up with their explanations. They never lie to make themselves look better. Look better. Never lie. They're always so honest. Police are just the absolute fucking paragons of fucking honesty. Fuck off. Police lie constantly. You cannot believe anything the police say. Never, never, never believe the police. All right? Never believe them. They lie constantly. And yet it's completely true, Alexis. Police lie constantly. Sorry, ghoul titties. Alexis, why? So they can show up 3 hours later to do nothing? Nah, Jack. What gets me is like, exactly, Juju. Cops show up to take a statement. Cops show up to give you a police report. That like, and when you've been robbed, the only purpose of calling for the only reason to call the police when you've been robbed is to get a police report for insurance purposes. That's it. But what gets me, what was that? Pretty exactly, Stanlin. What was that? Shit, I've already forgotten the name of the school shooting where the police took like 2 hours to go in. Uvalde, yeah. Thank you, Alexis. Like, I it it's baffling that anybody still believes anything cops say after Uvalde. Like, police spent weeks lying after it. Like, they just kept lying about everything after Uvalde. You know, every time they'd make a statement, it would come out that, oh, no, that was bullshit. Like, constantly proven to be lying. And people still believe cops every time cops say something. People are like, oh, well, cops don't lie. Exactly, Danzig. It's just, how could anybody think that police have any credibility after that? Saw a video just today. Saw a video just today. Black dude, a reverend, pastor, reverend. I don't remember. Either a pastor or a reverend. Watering his neighbor's flowers. Neighbor was out of town, so the reverend was, watering the flowers for the neighbor. Somebody called the police, reporting a suspicious vehicle, suspicious person. Police showed up. Hey, nice Jen. And they arrested this guy for watering fucking flowers. It's just. Gentlemen. Indeed, they do. There have been multiple court cases. He wasn't in a dress, Smokey. He wasn't in a dress. He was just wearing regular clothes. Yeah, just black guy watering some flowers gets arrested. Somewhere in Texas, hubris, I think. Or was it Texas? Somewhere down south. Water. Yeah, it's actually multiple court cases have found that police actually have absolutely no obligation to protect people. Like police are not, despite their whole thing being to serve and protect. That protect part, there's actually no obligation, and the serve part, there's no obligation. The police are actually not obligated to serve or protect. Exactly, Necro. They serve and protect the establishment. They serve and protect property. Which is why cops will fucking guard a fucking dumpster. Cops will actually cops will be assigned to protect a fucking dumpster to keep people from taking food that was thrown out. Yeah, I got a couple of knives. Protect tragedy. Eventually, Gray. That's when they don't lead the. That's when they're not leading the protesters right into the fucking room. Like, that's something they will actually do. They'll lead the protesters right into the library, right into the room, and then just sit there for 10 minutes while people scream profanities right in front of kids, and then escort the people out. Indeed, hubris. Michael, it is not. I am not. I did a quick look for bookstore jobs in Ottawa. Nothing right now. Michael done? Yeah. For now, I still rely on Chantal. Can I explain how the first human was created? I mean, I think it's a little bit more complicated than that, Jimmy. How the first human was created? Well, a mommy Australopithecus and a daddy Australopithecus loved each other very much. Chantal? I'm not sure. She's either downstairs or in bed. I'm not sure which. Yeah. Yeah, I called my mom just a couple days ago. Just on Monday, I gave my mom a call. I don't think so. Head and toilet bowl. Be stupid done. I had fun, lady. Thank you. Can I dance? No. Having a good day? Jamie, absolutely. Sex work is real work. It is valid work. It's just not for me, I don't think. Yeah, yeah, I felt comfortable there. Pretty much dancing. Yeah, just good vibes. Yeah. Oh, did she? No. The hell do I know? I just said I don't know. I just said I didn't know where she was. No, Tango. I do not dance. Any plans for Labor Day weekend? Nothing I'm aware of, Gret. It is an insult, Gray, but it is one I will accept because it's a good one. Vigo the Carpathians, anime and cartoon obsessed sub. I will accept that one, Gray. That one is good. That one is a solid burn. I have not worn the blue dress yet, Pajama Mama. I don't even watch any. I haven't watched any Game of Thrones, so now. How much dance topless? $1,000. If I get $1,000 in a single stream, I will dance topless. Thanks, Jimmy. Why haven't I worn my new dress? Nowhere to wear it. I am not planning on it, Grinchy. No bottom surgery. Yeah, pretty much Danzig. I am going to. How much would I need to make a week, month to do OnlyFans dancing? Uh, I don't think I'm. It's not something I'm interested in doing. However, because that just is the right choice for me. I don't pray ghoul. I don't pray ghoul titties. So sorry, Dandy, you don't get prayers. And I'm gonna refill my water. Give me a second. Angie, yes, that is sort of something I'm planning on. I'm an atheist, Stanlin. I'm not going to join a church when I'm an atheist. Do I want breasts? Not big ones. I don't want big breasts. Smoky? I don't know. Just felt right for me. Felt like the right thing for me. Am I not agnostic? Because ultimately, I just don't believe. Not the was not the goal, produce. I'm gaining weight because I'm lazy. Dark red hair color. My take on young trans people. They need protection. Done. I don't know. Natural processes. I do not believe in heaven now. I don't really believe in oppression Olympics, Caitlin. Hey, West Coast lass. I actually already had some yummy snacks. Chantal picked up even more. Do I believe in Christmas? I mean, I believe that Christmas is a popular holiday. And I mean, I did grow up with Christmas. Do I believe in Sam Hyde? Sounds fake. I mean, you can kiss your screen, Tango. Chantel trying to make me unhappy on purpose. Not on purpose, no, it's just who we are. Color purple, yeah, I'm not gonna bother shaving for a while. And oh, hi Alyssa. Do I want to be a lesbian? I mean, I will be a lesbian once I feel comfortable identifying as a woman, then I will be a lesbian, yes. Chantel seems like she's struggling. Yeah, she's back on her medication and it's rough. Not that I'm aware of Fitz. Fair one? Probably not. Depends how much older we're talking, Stanlin. I'd want someone relatively close to my age. Why aren't I going to? Because I'm lazy. Get back together with Chantel? Nah. Pretty much last. Yeah, I'd want to get on hormones. I mean, to a certain extent, it was for show, Julia. I mean, it was to do it. Jen, no. My depression and my transition are unrelated. I am fully aware that transitioning will have absolutely no impact on my depression because my depression is, very different situation. Was Chantal an expensive date? Not really, no. Do I like to be dominant? Not really. I mean, yeah, back when we were dating, yeah, we were sexually active. Hey, Vegas doll. Getting out of depression help. Getting out of the apartment house depression. Yeah, but it's hard. Yeah. All right, good night, lady. What Batman movie is the best? Batman Returns. Caitlin? Not anymore. She bathed back then, Bubbles. I mean, it's possible. I mean, it may hubris. It may affect it a little bit. Hey, Sosuke. Sasha? Yeah. Yeah, they're transgender Christian people. Do I think Al Capone should be a free man? He's dead, so I don't think it matters. What are we gonna do? Free him from his coffin? Jen? No, I don't care. I don't care about the Joker sequel. I do not, Sosuke. Is that something I need to be worried about? So is that you asking to be? So is that you asking to be blocked, Sosuke? I don't think transracial is a thing now. Pablo Escobar be president of Mexico? Or no, not Mexico. Where's Escobar from? Shit. Oh, he's dead. I didn't even realize Escobar was dead. Liberace, I don't. I don't really watch anybody. Caitlin, because it's different. They're different situations. It's not really for me to get into that. Much smarter people than I have talked about that. So I mean, you can just transracial. Transracial would be like the Rachel Dolezal, like a white person who identifies as black or as Asian or something like that. Probably not smoky vibes. They're not. You can look into it. You can look it up, Caitlin. You can look that shit up yourself. West Coast last. Let me see if I can find your question. Do I think people that have fully transitioned? I don't think. I don't really think so. West Coast. Liberace, delusional would be the name for that. But no, I mean it's not really a thing. Even then, though, Bubbles, like even a white person raised by a black family, they would still be white. Caitlin, to make them at home? I mean, like, if you have shout out to Henry the guinea pig. Like, if you're really good at chemistry, then maybe, but something I wouldn't really recommend. Democrat won Alaska. Cool. PK. Wasn't that a Dave Chappelle skit? Heather Colonna? I know nothing. What about mixing him in a bathtub? Probably a bathtub is probably not where you want to be mixing hormones. Smoky vibe. I imagine I would probably just ignore them. Okay, done. I mean, I'll say that mixing hormones in a bathtub just seems weird to me. It just seems weird to me to be mixing hormones in a bathtub. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a chemist, but I don't know. It just is that really where you would be doing it? I don't know, Don. It's just it just seems like that'd be a lot of hormones. I don't know. Would I send them to minors? Why not? Why the fuck not? It very much is West Coast produce. Yeah. I mean, honestly, sometimes you do just need to vent. How did I become a YouTube celebrity? By being best friends with a YouTube celebrity. Lexi, when are we moving? Who knows? I have not seen the trailer because it's not really something that interests me, Anunnaki, but cool, cool. Oh, I did watch the trailer for the Weird Al biopic. Hey, Samantha. That looks fun. Not sure, Smokey. Yeah, I like that it is basically a parody of biopics. Like that is perfect. You know, like about the only thing that's actually true is his name. Like the only true thing in the entirety of the movie is going to be his name. And I appreciate that. That is how to do a Weird Al biopic, right? Brutus, I have no idea. We'll see. My Bologna was recorded in a bathroom stall. Was it? That's funny. I really care for. I mean, I enjoyed Weird Al when I was a kid. I haven't really. It's not really my thing anymore. Um. Oh, sure. Hell no, not in. Definitely not in Cocky Linda. But not long ago, the other day, I did put on his cover of Poker Face. Like I did. I did. Uh, that's always. That always sucks, Vegas doll. But yeah, it's like just a week ago. Like just last week, I decided to put on Poker Face. Because what had happened is I was like I had a random I had a very random thought about um like I had a really random thought um I was thinking of the fact that Bad Romance sounds good, like that Bad Romance, the song Bad Romance works in any style. Like doesn't matter what style of music you're playing, Bad Romance will actually work. So I looked for a polka cover of Bad Romance. For the record, it worked. It fucking worked. And through that, I discovered that Weird Al had done Polka Face. So yeah, I put that on. Nope, I do not produce. Oh, okay. Good night, cool titties. Old photos? Nah, pass. Ariel. Polka Face is a Weird Al parody. The polka cover of Bad Romance, I don't even remember who did it. It is not a, it's just some polka band. All right. Hope things get better for Lucas Roberts then. It had to be a few weeks. Like it went on for a good couple of weeks. Smoky. Married? Yeah. Marriage doesn't matter to me. Hey, mermaids. Pet turtle? Eh. Pass. Just give me kitties. Just want kitties. Kitties, kitties, kitties. Yes, I did have dinner. I had corn on the cob for dinner, marmaids. Yeah, like I give a shit about Monty. Monty's a fucking loser. I don't give a shit about him. Kabam? I don't know Kabam. The brunch? Yep, just the corn. Just corn on the cob. Julia, I don't know. No, nothing I can think of for now. Will I adopt another cat? At some point, I'm sure I will. Mobile games? Okay. Well, there you go. Tells you everything I need. Tells you everything I know about Kabam. I have not done. Because again, I don't care. I don't give a shit what they have to say about me. They're fucking idiots. Everyone on Kiwi Farms is a useless fucking tool. I don't give a single wet hot shit what any of them say about me. Favorite Q moment? Uh, when he asked if Worf had eaten any good books lately, was a good one. Uh, the mariachi band was another good Q moment. Thanks, Bubbles. BK. I don't think it is all that much different, honestly. There's always Gene Luck Pickard. I was unaware, Caitlin. Yes, I am, produce. Old cat lady. Cringy. Um, isn't he he's a traveler now, cringy? I did not know that, Caitlin. She was wasting her time. Good call, Angie. Isn't a Kiwi Australian, Jimmy? My New Zealand? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Never knew what happened to Wesley. I mean, yeah, I mean he became a traveler. Yeah, he became a traveler, and then he showed up for Riker and Troy's wedding, and then that was about it. What's up with moms and minion memes? I know. Luckily, my mom doesn't do minion memes. PK. I don't think my mom's never watched any minions. But talking about in the original series. Well, yeah, he became a traveler. Grinchy. That was like what happened. Like he left to go to Starfleet Academy, and then he came back in the last season, and for like an episode where he decided where he joined the Traveler. Like that was what happened. He joined the Traveler. Do I think porn warps people's brains? Some of it does, yeah. Exactly, Ariadne. I just watched that episode just the other day. It was it was that was an awkward episode, I find, because it was a lot of it was about like how Indigenous people have been treated, and it's just weird to me. I found. I don't know. There was, yeah, favorite TNG season. I mean, seasons 3 through 6 are all solid. I would say that a lot of professional porn. I'd say that a lot of professional porn warps people's perceptions. Amateur porn, less so. Thanks, Ranger. Yeah, I mean, 3 through 6 were just all solid seasons. It maybe kind of started to develop a little bit of fatigue in the 6th season at times. 7th season was very much uneven. The 7th season of Next Generation was very uneven. Hey, piss and vinegar. I like porn, Angie. So I watch porn and I came out fine, right? Right? Hey, Elizabeth. My favorite genre? Fantasy, probably. Of course. Love lesbian porn. Everybody was getting checked up. Listened to them. Yeah, it's just one of those things where I think the writing was starting to. I think what happened with season 7 was they just sort of started running out of ideas. They just sort of hit a wall. They hit a creative wall by season 7. And the ideas they had left, just few enough of them were actually still particularly great. There were still some really good episodes, but there were also some really weak ones. I'm not really concerned with produce. Surprised they did the movies. I mean, that wasn't surprising at all. I did Dirty Lettuce, thank you. I will say the Next Generation movies did ruin the Trek movie pattern. Because, like, the pattern with Trek movies is odd numbered Trek movies, not great. Even numbered Trek movies, great. Generations was not great. Generations was not a great movie. First Contact was fantastic. Which was the 9th one? I forget which order they were in. Whoops. Insurrection sucked. So right up until Insurrection, it was like right up until Insurrection, they kept that pattern. Odd numbered movies not great, even numbered movies great. But then fucking Nemesis came along, and they had to ruin that pattern because Nemesis was absolute shit, and there hasn't been a genuinely good Star Trek movie since then. Like, there actually has not been the last genuinely good Star Trek movie was First Contact. Insurrection, shit. Nemesis, shit. The 2009 reboot movie, shit. Into Darkness, absolute shit. Beyond, not bad. Star Trek Beyond was actually not too bad. Shinzon fucking sucked. Shinzon was shit. That whole movie was garbage. Yeah, Beyond was not bad because Beyond was the only one that actually tried to be a Star Trek movie. Like, Beyond was the only one of the reboot films that actually seemed to give a shit that it was a Star Trek film. Because I do not understand why they hired J.J. Abrams or why J.J. Abrams agreed to do it. Like, I don't know why J.J. Abrams agreed to do the Star Trek movies when he admitted that he didn't fucking like Star Trek. J.J. Abrams doesn't like Star Trek. Why do you have a Star Trek film made by somebody who doesn't fucking like the franchise? That is so fucking nonsense. Like, how the fuck does that make the least bit of sense? And you can tell that he doesn't like Star Trek because there's absolutely none of Star Trek in his movies. He used Star Trek as an addition for Star Wars, which he then just fucking straight up, like, and then his Star Wars movies were shit. Like, his Star Wars movies were just straight repetitions of the original trilogy. And it's like, do you have no fucking ideas of your own to add to this shit? Klingon redesign was the weirdest part of New Trek. Whatever. Like, the Klingon redesign, whatever. Or do you mean the modern Star Trek? Do you mean like the Discovery Star Trek? Or do you mean the Abrams Star Trek? Thanks, Veronica. Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I like Lord of the Rings. But yeah, I mean the start like Klingon redesigns, whatever. Whatever. He could have followed Lucas's plan, or he could have tried to do something original. He could have tried to do something clever and interesting, and not just hey Timmy, and not just redo episodes 4 and 6. Because like Force Awakens is just a straight retelling of A New Hope. Like it's just A New Hope. That's all it is. And then Skywalker, again, it's just a retelling of Jedi. Fuck Harry Potter, Jimmy. Like I will give credit to Last Jedi. Last Jedi actually did try to do something different. Last Jedi was actually trying to be unique. Like it was actually trying to move away from what was expected. And I mean, we can debate how successful it is. I enjoyed it. Like I actually enjoyed Force Awakens. Or Last Jedi. I still think Last Jedi is the best of the easily the best of the sequel trilogy. Delta, then you have not paid. Then you have clearly not looked at too many Trekkies. You have clearly not watched too many Trekkie videos. Geeks are passionate, Delta. No, of course I'm not going to play the new Harry Potter game. I don't. I've never in my life have I given a shit about Harry Potter. Like literally never in my entire life have I actually given a shit about Harry Potter. And with Rowling promoting transphobia, I'm going to be honest. I do give the side eye to anybody who buys the new Harry Potter game. Like, people who are buying that game, way to show your support for the trans community, guys. It's just a game. But it's not just a game. It is ultimately it's excusing J.K. Rowling's transphobia. Like that's what it's doing. Like people buying that game are excusing J.K. Rowling's transphobia. Not to mention the racism that takes place that's present in her books. All right. I mean, I don't really remember the details. There are plenty of articles. There are plenty of articles that have talked about uh, sort of racist elements from Harry Potter books. Um, like I said, it's just Yep, Teresa. Yep. Thanks, Kiwi. Yeah, like it's like a 1,200-page book. Right? Because I've read what other people have said about it. Like I said, there are articles about it. Uh, Sorry, give me a second here. Whatever. Like I said, I mean, there are articles about it. I don't really feel like what is that? You can look it up, and then you can read up. Yeah, you can find some articles that talk about it and decide for yourself whether the articles make good points. And that's yeah, because it matters. I mean, I have Hello Wedding, but I've read 1,200-page books. But yeah, it is a ridiculously long book for her to be then just like trying to position herself as a victim. So, ugh, fuck. Vin Diesel family. I don't know how Vin Diesel says family. Truck convention. I don't know, PK. I mean, the odds are I'm never going to get a chance anyway. Give me a second. I need to blow my nose and pee. I need to pee as well. Give me a couple minutes. Anyway, yeah. So like a Star Trek convention living in Ottawa, I don't imagine that I will get any chances to go to a Trek convention living in Ottawa. It's not really, it's not a big enough city. You know, Toronto might, Montreal maybe, but Ottawa definitely not going to get a Trek convention. Like Ottawa Comic Con this year has a couple of Trek alumni, Denise Crosby and Christine Chong. Like those are the only uh, Trek actors who are coming to Ottawa Comic Con this year. Like I said, even Montreal, I would kind of doubt would get a Trek convention. So, yeah, it's yeah. I think the only city in Canada that would really be likely to get a Trek convention would be Toronto, and even then, it'd be like every few years, you know. Radish. The I assume you mean the Ferengi. Um, what's interesting though is the Ferengi ended up being getting one of the most fascinating arcs over the course of Deep Space Nine. Huge problem with portraying BIPOC people. Traditionally, yes, it's getting better. Like Star Trek, but yeah, Star Trek has gotten better. It's always been a problem, and I mean, to a certain extent, it still is, but it's very much gotten better when it comes to representing Black people, people of color, um, queer people, women, just any group really. It's gotten a lot better at portraying pretty much any group. Why am I getting Star Trek Select but not Harry Potter? Because the creator of Star Trek isn't actively the creator of Star Trek isn't actively making life worse for trans people. And like the people making Star Trek are actually like trying to get better when it comes to how women are written and portrayed, how, you know, when it comes to people of color being portrayed, when it comes to queer people being portrayed. Sure, Radish. But Rowling is still making life and honestly, Radish, gotta say, kind of glad for that. Because Gene Roddenberry was screaming gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, two spirit, pansexual, asexual, non-binary. Basically someone who's not two spirit. That one is specifically it's an Indigenous term. Um, Not a new one actually. That one is not new. That one is old actually, because that is specifically an Indigenous term. That one, so that's been around for hundreds of years. Yeah, that article just gives a quick Like that article just gives you a like a very quick rundown on it. Yeah, like I said, I mean that one. At the very least, like the concept at least has been around for hundreds of years. Okay. Yeah. So that one is like that term is specifically used among Indigenous communities. Fuck off, dumb. Strange world. Why? What? Because Indigenous people have their own terms that they use? Hey, Desu. How dare Indigenous people have their own terms that they use to identify themselves? Rep. It's meant to be. Rep. Like it is sort of meant to be specifically. Like I feel like that term is meant to be exclusive to Indigenous people. I don't know, Radish. That's not really for me to comment. Done. What I would say is you would probably want to see what Indigenous people have said about it before you would identify that way. Since it is a term that started among Indigenous communities, you would probably want to. Okay, 404. That I was unaware of. I haven't looked. I haven't really looked too deep into the term. So you would want to actually find like you would want to actually find some analysis of the term written by people who actually do identify that way. Inuit husband just says the F word, but he's from way up north. Fair enough. 69 spirits. Nice. Favorite video game beside Mass Effect? I don't know. Mario 3. Games still have my eye on next. Not really decided yet. See, I'll be probably one more session to finish Boyfriend Dungeon. I don't think. I never did play Mario Sunshine. Old movies, new movies. I don't know. Yeah, so I've got probably, I would think that I'll probably be able to beat Boyfriend Dungeon in the next session. After that, I will get back to Our Life. After Our Life, which will probably take a few more months. It'll probably take me at least a couple more months to get through Our Life. After that, I might go on to Validate. Pretty much 404, yeah. Mario Sunshine's awesome. Seems to be the most Mario Sunshine, from what I've heard, seems to be the most divisive Mario game. Like Galactic, Snuffleupass, Snufferpuss. Yeah, Mario Sunshine does seem to be the most divisive Mario game. Scary games? Uh, Not for me. I'm not a horror person. I'm not really into horror. Okay. Good night, Amanda. Fair enough, VO. Zelda. I really loved Ocarina of Time. I enjoyed Twilight Princess well enough. Enjoyed Cool Witching Hour. I enjoyed Breath of the Wild. Majora's Mask, I didn't really get into when I was playing it on my own. I watched a Let's Play of it, and I liked the Let's Play of it, but I didn't quite click with it when I was playing it myself. Galactic, I'm letting it grow back for now. Listening to Sly, but also trying to play through Dark Souls 1 right now. Not my type of game, Teresa. Zelda games are amazing. A lot of good Zelda games, yeah. Ocarina of Time. Oh, Ocarina of Time is one of the greatest games ever. A lot of games I'd rather watch people play. Yeah. I've been. I recently, I just recently finished watching a Let's Play of the Destroy All Humans remake. 404. Yeah, I mean, I'll maybe. I never had a GameCube. No, never got the GameCube. Duke Nukem 64. 7 hour Yoshi's Island. That's not too bad. PK, not sure. When Chantel and I get our shit together. Yeah, I just watched a Let's Play of the Destroy All Humans remake. Pretty fun. And the person I was watching just started a a Let's Play of the Destroy All Humans 2 remake. Quotable franchise. Yeah, I haven't really paid much attention to that stuff, Radish. Wish I could say I'm surprised. Duke Nukem literally stole the phrases from other movies. Yep, not wrong. Cosmetic eyebrow tattoos. I'll pass 404. Have I played any MMOs? I actually did play that Star Trek Online for a bit. I got pretty tired of it. Bullet hell. I've heard that Cuphead is pretty great, Teresa. Pretty sure that one's a bullet hell. And supposed to be like a really good game. Nothing else. Phenomenal visual style. Hey, Oregon. Like, Cuphead does have just an absolutely amazing visual style. Star Trek Online is pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to the new Star Trek video game. I keep forgetting the name of it, but I'm really looking forward to that one because it looks to be very dialogue heavy, and I find that that works for a Star Trek game. Yes, there's a new one. Star Trek something. Resurgence. Star Trek Resurgence. Fair enough, Teresa. All right. Yeah, Star Trek Resurgence. It's a lot of the people working on it worked at Telltale, I think. So it's it's very much a dialogue-driven game. It is not out yet. I think next year, maybe. Let me check the oh, expected this year. So the plan is for it to come out this year. Two playable characters. So yeah, it's going to have two playable characters. It's going to have a lot of dialogue, a lot of like a lot of choices. And I mean, Star Trek is not a combat-driven franchise. Like, that's sort of the thing for me. Like, Star Trek is not an action-driven franchise. So things like Star Trek Online or any other Star Trek game, a lot of them have a very strong focus on fighting and action. That I'm not sure of, Radish. I have no idea. Yeah, it's Brunner House. So yeah, like it's hey, yes, sir. So yeah, it's just one of those things where TikTok probably never. Like, I dislike how action driven Star Trek games tend to be. Because I mean, it is all about Star Trek is a franchise that is very dialogue driven. So having the game be dialogue driven and like figuring shit out, talking to people, figuring out mysteries, like that's Star Trek to me. Way more than the pew pews. So yeah, I am very much looking forward to Star Trek Resurgence. Star Trek would fit well with a chill Fallout concept. I mean, yeah, I mean, just like exploration and Mass Effect, again with less shooting. Yeah, make it a game where it's all about figuring out how to solve problems peacefully. That's the thing for me. Star Trek is a peaceful franchise. Yeah, obviously there are exceptions. Yeah, there was the Deep Space Nine had a few war arcs, so there was that obviously. But for the most part, Star Trek's a franchise that's always been about finding peaceful solutions. So yeah, give me Star Trek games. Give me Star Trek games that are all about finding peaceful solutions to problems. Exactly, Nari. It's yeah. I mean, yeah. I imagine that most game developers, or I should say, most major game developers, most big name game developers, probably would worry about a game that is minimal combat. Like the AAA game developers, you know, they would worry about a game that doesn't have a lot of action. But on the other hand, I mean, Telltale Games sort of specialized. Like Telltale Games is a developer that specialized in games that didn't have that much in the way of action. Uh, or what was it? Detroit Become Human. That game had some action, but it was mostly dialogue. With a few cutscenes here and there that had some action in it. So there are absolutely games that don't have much in the way of action going on. But at the same time, I can also understand like, uh, are they ready? I've never actually played any of those games. Aren't Telltale games mostly dialogue driven though? Like there might be violence, but aren't like it's the gameplay is mostly dialogue, right? With or am I wrong? Like I thought the violence was mostly through cutscenes and stuff, with the actual gameplay primarily being just talking to people. I've never played any of the games, so maybe I miss. Maybe I'm mistaken. I could be very much mistaken. Good movie suggestions? Anything from Studio Ghibli about making choices that are often very bad. Well, there you go. My point is that they're not games where the player is. They're not shooters. Like they're not games where the player is having to do a lot of button pressing to get the combos and shit. Not 90s point and click games. Yeah, they're not Halo. They're not. What do I think about the Fable franchise? I played a little bit of the original Fable. Too open world for me, is sort of comes down to. Um, I honestly kind of prefer a little bit of linearity. So yeah, that type of wide open, like that type of wide open uh, game, just it's too open world for me. And I don't know. I think the gameplay just didn't quite. I think the gameplay didn't quite click for me at the time. Not that it was, not that I was having problems with the gameplay. Just it didn't. I didn't enjoy the gameplay the way I thought I wanted to. Second Life pass again. Yeah, way too open, and it's there's no point. There's no point to those games. I don't know Radish. I never played any of the point and click. About the only point and click game I ever really played, and not even really a point and click. But yeah, like I played Leisure Suit Larry in the land of the Land Blizzards. That's the closest I ever played to a point and click adventure. Habbo Hotel? Never even heard of that one. Yeah, back in the day, back when I did play games more, I played a fair bit of Romance of the Three Kingdoms and Dynasty Warriors. I played those games quite a bit. Chrono Trigger and Earthbound. Um, I enjoyed Aiden Chronicles: The First Mage, a game that most people don't even remember existed. Like even people who had the Nintendo 64 aren't going to remember Aiden Chronicles, aren't going to know Aiden Chronicles. But I liked that game. No, I don't know yet, Pajama Mama. One of these days, I should honestly download an emulator of Aiden Chronicles, then do a let's play of it. I've looked for let's plays of Aiden Chronicle, and none of them are good. There's no good Aiden Chronicle let's plays. The only ones I've seen, the players have no charisma. Like there's a couple that I've watched, and the people doing it, like their voices, like they just there's no there's no performance from them. Bomberman, Bomberman. I never really played Bomberman, but I mean that was a big one. Game Boy is one of the consoles that I never actually had. It's fair enough. 404. Never played any Pokemon. Yeah, no, and it's like it's not even that Aim Chronicles was a. It's not even that Aim Chronicles was a good game. In retrospect, it wasn't particularly great. Um, but I really liked it at the time. I feel like it probably would be tough to play now. Like, I feel like that game would be tough to play through now just because it was. I don't think so, bro. Pokemon came out, I think, when I was in my teens. When did Pokemon come out? Yeah, I mean, it was like mid 90s. Yeah, 1996 apparently was when the first game launched in Japan. Maybe a year later in North America. So yeah, I mean, I would have been late elementary. So I would have been like late elementary school. No crap. I'm 37. So yeah, I still would have been out. I think part of it, I didn't have a Game Boy. Like I never had a Game Boy. So like, and Pokemon was on the Game Boy. So it's not something that I would have had access to anyway. Um, I don't know that I would have played it anyway. Game Boy Colors with Pokemon Red and Blue. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I remember when Pokemon was huge. Well, I suppose maybe I didn't really pay that much attention. Like, I remember the anime. Like, I never watched the anime, but I remember the anime being a huge deal. I just never watched it. Parents always bought games for us, but wound up playing the games themselves. Nice. The card game, I don't really remember the card game as a having much of a presence. Probably 404. Yeah, like I don't remember the card game being much of a presence at my school. I think some people still do 404. I think it's still popular enough. Probably VK. I used to collect the Marvel. I used to collect Marvel trading cards. Yeah, like I mean, I don't remember the cards being big at my school. They very well may have been. I just don't remember it that way. I just don't remember it. Pokemon cards were banned at your school. Probably a smart choice, frankly. Cool, Nari. Hey, Fupa. Get to the bleacher. Man, my school didn't have bullying. Zooms, hello. I had corn on the cob for dinner. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay, Gomez. That's a distraction at school. Yep, Zooms. I was close bullying somewhere. Probably. My class, at least. My class didn't have bullying. My class were all a bunch of, you know, all a bunch of nerds. Yeah, everyone was super nice and friendly, and yeah, just about everyone was normal. So there was not much. There wasn't really much going on. Yeah, I know Zooms. Canadian way. I don't know. I don't know if it's just Canada. I don't know if it's just my school or if it's just my class. Everyone was nice, polite, well behaved, friendly. Never trying to actively ostracize anybody. Lay's old-fashioned barbecue chips. Kids always look so happy at the grassy. 404. I mean, it's a nickname. It's a nickname that I'm fine with. Chantel came up with it just because Chantel is weird. Chantel's weird, so she just comes up with nicknames for everybody. And yeah, it's just I'm fine with it. I remember like maybe grade 7. Is maybe grade 7. There was one kid who like there was one guy in my class who like made like this really half-assed attempt at uh shampoo. I use Head and Shoulders zooms. Like this really half-assed attempt at bullying. Called me made fun of my last name, called me Jamie Mucus. And even that, it was like it almost felt like he was just like he felt obligated to make that comment. I couldn't even be mad because it's just I'm fine, Petrichlorian. Hey, Bowie. It's just yeah. I think my result. I think I've like. I think my response was pretty much nice one. Chicken chips. Not that I'm aware of, Grep, but I don't pay much attention to junk food beyond the stuff that I like to eat. So, as far as I know, we don't have chicken chips, but we very well may. The Maritimes. If anywhere was gonna have it, it would be the Maritimes. They're weird. Rotisserie chicken flavor. That sounds familiar. That one kind of rings a little bit of a bell. Lay's, maybe? Yeah, that's what I figured. Lay's does some weird chip flavors sometimes. Pajama? I mean, definitely not Ramona. Fake raccoon cap once. For years, he was referred to as Sir Boone. Nice. Before Google did. I mean, I was honestly, Nari, I was just guessing. I was honestly guessing at it being Lay's because Lay's is sometimes pretty weird. Montreal smoked meat. Jeez. Lay's does like their flavors. They do like to experiment. The gravy flavor. Chantal's fupa flavor. Peter, kitten, I'm not sure about. I might adopt an adult cat. BK? Oh, Sam's absolutely my favorite of the two. Not even a question. Because I actually like Sam. Yeah, I miss Tim Tim too. I miss Timbit as well. I don't think she does, Peter. I don't think she actually has. I don't think she favors Sam over Casey. She loves them both. She absolutely loves them both. And she will grab Casey and just sit there holding her and hugging her and kissing her. She absolutely adores Casey. The issue is that Casey, of the two cats, Casey is more likely to Peter. I think she's just stupid. Casey is the more likely to just act to be annoying, is what it comes down to. Like, Casey will absolutely overstay her welcome. Not right now, Zooms. Like, is Sam is not as clingy. I honestly don't even know, Jimmy. Casey's always been a very, very clean cat. Like, you cannot uh you cannot get away from her. If she wants to be beside you, yeah, I got what you meant. I got what you meant, Nari. Like, she's always been very clingy. She will follow you from one room to another, and like she'll follow you around the entire place. Like, she will just always she will just follow you around. Exactly, Feeder. Um, with a bunch more, and with a bunch more variations in there as well. A bunch more steps in there as well. So she is an exceptionally annoying cat. Sam is not nearly as bad. What was Timbit's favorite treat? I don't know. She liked Temptations. I think we just got her the chicken Temptations. Sam is not as annoying. Sam will just sit in one spot for a while. And like if you move him aside, he'll stay moved. Hey, Rara. So it's not that Chantel likes Sam more. It's that Casey just is more annoying. So yeah, maybe Mosklimp. Sam's nose is very cute. It is. Broccoli head or carrot legs. Sometimes, Nari, it's too loving. Exactly, VK. Just staring at her, just sitting there staring. It's creepy. She's a creeper. And again, this is not new behavior. This is like for as long as Chantel has had that cat, she has been like that. She's always been this way. We'll see what happens, Moss Clump. We'll see when I even get a new cat. So yeah, Chantel absolutely loves Casey. It's just sometimes she wants a break from her, you know? Sometimes she just wants 5 fucking minutes away from her. Just 5 goddamn minutes. Super intelligent. I'll agree with super intelligent, Roxanne. She always she always runs for the food. You know, like sometimes Chantel just wants to piss in peace. And yet Casey just runs in. It would happen with anyone though, Nary. Anyone, like everyone, no one wants their pet around 24/7. You know, no one wants their cat sitting on their fucking head all the time, like sitting on them all the time, just staring at them constantly. Sometimes you just want a couple minutes. Sometimes you just want the cat out of the way for a couple minutes while you do something. And Casey is a cat who will not stay out of the way for 2 minutes. Sometimes my guinea pig is very needy, always oinking and squeaking. Favorite Veggie Tales. But anyway, the point is, Chantel absolutely loves Casey. Like, absolutely loves her. Do I like birds? Yeah, birds are okay. I don't have I don't have particularly strong feelings towards birds. People joke about their pets all the time. Exactly. What do I wish for this Christmas? Get a friggin' doctor. To finally get a doctor that I can talk to about depression medication and hormones and whatever. Thanks, VL. Ask Santa for hormones in my stocking. Yeah. Thanks, Nary. All right. With this shit starting to turn into a love in, it feels like it's time to get off here. No, Moss. Yeah. Uh, gonna get off the stream now. Exactly, VL. God, getting positive, getting sincere. Ugh. Ugh. Who wants that, VL? Get back to your fucking trolling. Get back to your goddamn trolling, VL. Uh, yeah. I'll be back Saturday. Yeah, I will be back on Saturday for more Boyfriend Dungeon, so hope you join me then. And hopefully I should be able to actually recomplete Boyfriend Dungeon on complete the new dungeon on Saturday, I think. Should be able to beat the new dungeon. Depends how tough the boss is. There's a new boss for that new dungeon. A whip, I think. So that'll be fun. And thanks for watching. And good night.